Welcome guys to A Guide to Wanderlust. Today I'm going to share with you our experience at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis, including how to get there, things to do, things to consider, and show you why this is ranked #1 in the nation. Let's get into it. We had just arrived in Indianapolis from Scotland, and the owners took us around the city and around their neighbourhood to show us some of the sights. Upon leaving, they gave us a bunch of recommendations, one of them being the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. This incredible museum is located 2.9 miles north of downtown Indianapolis. So before we get into the tour, I want to share 4 awesome facts about this incredible museum. The Children's Museum of Indianapolis is ranked #1 in the entire nation, and it's clear to see why. This huge building contains many different activities and exhibitions, with winding paths to create a great adventure for the entire family. And did I mention it's the world's biggest children's museum, covering 482,950 square feet on 30 acres, providing you with 5 floors of interactive learning experiences. This enormous museum being home to 130,000 artifacts. And last but not least, there's free parking here, which makes it so easy to get a park and get straight into the fun. So now I'm going to share some of our experience at this incredible museum. We actually stayed up in the northeast side of Indianapolis, and it took us about 25 minutes to drive into the city. We parked at the North Illinois Road car park directly out the front of the museum. One of the best things about parking here is you can go up to the second story and walk along the walkway that goes over the main road. You'll be able to see the dinosaur on the right hand side that looks over into the museum, and on the left hand side you'll be able to see the outdoor sports exhibition. As you walk into the museum, you'll see the space completely open up with this giant transformer bumblebee right at the front entrance. This provides a great photo opportunity for the family, and then you can just head straight up to the booth and get your tickets. The Children's Museum costs $32.50 for adults, $26 for children, and $31 for seniors. And while this may seem a little bit pricey, it provides such a great experience that can take the entire day, which makes it great value for money. As we walked through the gate, we headed straight to the dino exhibition. This part of the museum is amazing. The lights are dim, there's this kind of jungle aesthetic with fossils in all directions, sound effects, and staff giving tours. One of the most amazing parts of this museum is there are actual archaeologists working in a lab where you can stand by and watch them work away. Once we wandered through this part of the exhibition, we followed the winding path which took us down to the Beyond Space experience. This section of the museum is highly interactive, which makes it great for kids as they can pull the different levers and push different buttons to find out information about space. From here we walked over to the archaeology experience, which provides you a little bit of an insight into all the different artifacts that have been discovered over the centuries. Once we finished here, we decided to head upstairs and get something to eat at the cafeteria. Now, one of the great things about the Children's Museum of Indianapolis is that you can actually pack and bring your own lunch, which makes it a great way to save on money, especially if you're going for the entire day. But if you do decide that you want to eat here, there is a wide variety of food, including coffee, cake, sandwiches, and pizza. From here, we decided to head upstairs and go to the Pop Culture Museum. Inside, we found first edition comics and many different figurines, giving you a look back into the history of pop culture. Once we checked out pop culture history, it was time to head upstairs and check out some of the other exhibits. One of these awesome exhibits was showing us agriculture and the way that the farming community works so hard to provide us food. Next, we headed over to the Playscape experience, which is a great place to take the kids for a little play. Here you'll find a jungle gym, sand pit, and many different interactive activities for the kids. Now, by this point, we'd actually been wandering the corridors for a few hours and we decided that it was almost time to head home, but not before we headed down to the sports experience. This part of the museum for us was our next biggest highlight, as it provided us with so many different activities to engage in. Here we played with the race cars, basketball, air hockey, and checked out some of the incredible sports memorabilia. Now, one of the sad things about our experience is that we didn't get to experience the Riley Legends sports experience outdoors. This exhibit is only open through the warmer months, but it provides such an incredible experience for the entire family and a great way to get out for your summer holidays. So now let's talk about the things to consider. For us, we visited during the week, which made it a lot easier to get a car park and get around the museum. We highly recommend that you take some snacks along with you, as the cafeteria can be a little expensive. And even though you might decide you want to eat lunch at the cafeteria, this is going to be a long day, so we suggest packing those extra snacks for the kids. So that was our experience at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis, and you can see why it's the #1 ranked in the entire nation. And if you'd like to find out any more information, head to our blog at aguidetowanderlust.com. And if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing, as it helps out our channel greatly. And if you want to check out some of our other experiences, check out this video here. This will show you some of the other amazing things we get to do traveling full time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Ben from A Guide to Wanderlust. I'll see you next time.